Hey guys, how have you all been? It's a matter of fact that a single piece of advice can be worth millions, as it saves us from big disasters. Today in this video, we will be talking about 10 great pieces of advice that people never listen to. Before moving to the video, subscribe to the channel Mindset Madness and hit the notification bell icon to get frequent updates. Number 1. Not to impress everyone. It's part of the human mind to want to be the center of attention. Everyone wants to be surrounded by people, whether they are at a coffee shop or a classroom. And in order to achieve this, people frequently try to impress everyone. Starting at the top of the list may seem cruel to fathom, but pleasing others will get you nowhere. Some people may act as if they like you, but they are only putting on a show. If you continue to be who other people want you to be, you will lose sight of who you actually need to be for yourself. If you didn't already know, some of the unhappiest people are those who are most concerned with what others think. The best way is to be yourself and to try to be honest, rather than worrying about what others think of you. People are more at ease around those who aren't attempting to impress them unnaturally. That's not to say you shouldn't dress and act professionally for an interview or social gathering. It just means you should always portray yourself as you are on the inside. However, in a world of impressions, where emotion frequently triumphs over reality, this is difficult to do. Number 2. Narrow focus brings big results. Patience is a quality that most of us lack in today's world. Patience is the most important virtue in life. It may help you handle the most difficult situations and help you grow as a person, but it is never mentioned. We are present-day folks who have been spoiled by quick technologies that can meet this desire. In the real world, however, the number one reason individuals lose up so quickly is that they focus on how far they still have to go rather than how far they have already come. This is a severe issue that needs to be addressed, as having less patience leads to giving up and quitting what they dream. People frequently damage their lives and careers just by believing that they have a long way to go and it is preferable to give up. It's foolish to think of success as something that happens overnight. The finest advice is to value the series of minor victories that will eventually lead to the great success. Number 3. Fully show up. Are you overly concerned about the future? Apprehension about what comes next? You don't care for the person you met 5 years ago? Are questions that are becoming increasingly popular these days? Well, I'm sorry to break it to you, but worrying about your past or future will not change the passage of time. Rather, it will make things much worse for you. Don't get caught up in the past or daydream about the future. Instead, focus on being fully present in the current now and doing your best to receive the best present possible. This will help you deal with situations as they arise, and you won't have to repeat past mistakes if you do it this way. Another point to emphasize is that being totally present at the moment will allow you to enjoy to the fullest and make the most of it, which will benefit you in the long run. Showing complete focus in the present will help you make better decisions that will be for you in the upcoming years. Number 4. Make an effort to know yourself. Do you believe that you have a good understanding of your own identity? Aristotle wrote, "Know thyself." If a lot of people are asked this question right now, it's a sad reality of modern life that most people are linked to their jobs and what they do for a livelihood. But the truth is that knowing who you are is more than just a profession. Knowing your profession, what you do, your career, and your life are not all about you and will never define you. Knowing oneself, on the other hand, entails learning about your beliefs, weaknesses, strengths, global effect, vision, and mission, and much more. You may be wise about your aim, dream, ideals, and convictions when you know who you are. Knowing who you give you the ability to live a life that has meaning and purpose. We spend so much time pondering and molding ourselves into the image that others desire. It is in your best interest to set aside time to get to know yourself better so that you can attain your goals. You will feel better about yourself as a result of this. Number 5. Don't make assumptions. Assumptions are quite easy to make. You only need a little bit of information about a scenario to make a decision, and a reluctance to ask the questions necessary to fill in the blanks. You must fill in the blanks yourself in the absence of complete information. You fill in the spaces with your take on what you see or hear. Your interpretation is based on similar previous experiences. It stems from your own personal experiences as well as those you've heard from others. The original pain is beneath those harsh comments, and a reluctance to take responsibility for your role. This is unhealthy for both of you and the individuals you're yelling at. This bad energy might have a harmful impact on one's health, yours as well as theirs. You can make your agony worse by repeatedly pushing your pain buttons. Assumptions provide you with the ability to hide behind your own version of events. This implies that you are not responsible for your party in the true story. Rather than looking in the mirror, you prefer to blame others for your misfortune. Aside from that, assumptions rely on previous knowledge to fill in the gaps and connect the dots. You withdraw into the past rather than broadening your horizons. Into your traumatic history, it's a case of indolence. You jump to conclusions instead of asking questions to gather the facts you need. Number 6. Don't make a decision when angry. Over the years, this simple phrase has proven to be invaluable. Essentially, you should not make any decisions when you are really unhappy, furious, irritated, or even deliriously pleased. You may avoid making impulsive decisions by just waiting a few days or giving it a night to think about. Breakups, angry remarks, self-injury, quitting, starting, and other situations fall under this category. You might feel like anger quitting your job if you're enraged over something right now. Is this, however, consistent with your long-term objectives? Or, with a few days' notice and some breathing room, could you approach this scenario with a fresh perspective? If you have a dispute with your significant other after a long day at work, you may feel compelled to leave the relationship. After a few days of breathing room, you might discover that you don't need to quit your job or part ways with someone because you were just in a poor mood in general. But the specific problem or dilemma could be rectified easily. Of course, there may be some moments in life when you must make decisions while furious, such as while lamenting a loss. But if you can adhere to the rule of thumb of not making decisions when angry, you will spare yourself a lot of misery in the long run. Number 7. Treat others you want to be treated. So you want to be treated differently? Then treat people the same way you want to be treated, and you'll get special care. Do the right thing. Give it your all. Treat others the way you want to be treated. You constantly want people to treat you as well as they possibly can, to hold you with love, pamper you, and cherish you with their lives. All you have to do is take the first step, which is the same as before. Treat others as you would like to be treated, says a golden rule. This phrase is more than just about being nice to people. Consider people in the light of how you wish to be perceived. Consider others in the same manner that you would like them to regard you. Speak to others in the manner in which you would like to be spoken to. Don't you think that if you approach others around you with human values like kindness, compassion, decency, love, and devotion, and then conduct yourself with transparency, others with similar morals will start to treat you the same way? It shouldn't take a genius to recognize that your life would be more peaceful if everyone treated you the same way. It's also unlikely that others will develop enmity against you if you merely return their sincere behaviors and feelings. Number 8. Learn new things every day. This does not imply that you should flood your head with information. Rather, it implies that you should have a student's mindset. Never consider yourself to be too old to ask questions or to learn something new. This will keep your mind and heart fresh. Learning provides an escape when you need it, knowing when you need it, and a fun and fulfilling pursuit when you don't. Taking up a new pastime can be a wonderful stress relief. It allows us to break free from our usual habits of behavior. It provides our minds something else to ponder about than our regular concerns. When we succeed at learning anything, we feel better about ourselves and our abilities to take on new challenges. When you have information, you can accomplish a lot of things. One of the most important reasons to study something is that it will help you in the future. Number 9. Give in order to take. Most of us are guilty of preferring to be on the receiving end of life rather than the giving end. As a result, there is some resentment that has no basis in fact. The unpleasant reality is that you will reap the greatest rewards if you help, guide, and lead people, and if you contribute to their lives. This is a standard morality. I do a favor for my colleague by asking him to put in a good word for me with someone in a position of power. Every year, I give my neighbor a holiday gift in exchange for him keeping an eye on my house while I'm away. Giving in order to receive makes the world a better place to live in. Not only will you be on the receiving end, but you will also feel fulfilled, pleased, and at ease if you give something to others. Number 10. You fail when you quit. It might be aggravating to try to work on something and discover that it is not going as planned, and you feel compelled to give up. As appealing as it may appear, keep in mind that quitting is the surest way to fail at something. If you choose to focus on the positive side of things, you will see that fatigue, discomfort, and discouragement are all symptoms of effort. As a result, you must make a vow to yourself that no matter how difficult a problem at work becomes, you will never give up. You can only genuinely fail if you stop trying. Because you've given up on yourself, you'll never be able to do anything if you don't believe in yourself. Well, that's it for this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel Mindset Madness, and don't forget to click on the notification bell icon to get all our recent updates. We will meet you guys in the next video. Until then, stay safe and thanks for watching. Peace out.